G'day guys, Shane Goodwin from Expert Knife Sharpening here again. Today I'd like to talk to you about our balsa wood strops. Now we sell these on eBay and on our site and we recommend the use of balsa wood strops whenever you're stropping your straight razor or cutthroat razor. It can be used on knives and kitchenware and stuff like that. However, we tend to like more of a convex edge on our blades, and this provides much less of a convex edge. Now the reason why we recommend balsa over leather when it comes to straight razor stropping is because A, obviously the give like we discussed, and B is, a lot of people don't realise this and don't think about it, but when you apply a lapping paste, say 0.25 micron diamond lapping paste to a surface, you actually have to take into account the actual surface grit itself. So for instance, leather will always add extra grit to 0.25 micron lapping paste, so you don't always get that perfect 0.25 micron lapping paste grit, which is really what you're after. The finer the grit, the better. Once you get down into those ranges of size particles, it's really difficult to obtain like the perfect grit. Now balsa is a lot finer in the grain than leather, and one swipe on these with a straight razor, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Leather actually adds to the grit level, and I mean, so does balsa in a certain way. However, it's nowhere near as much as leather. So it's just something to take into account when you're stropping and you're aiming for that perfect shave. Now these strops are 400 millimeters long in length, and the actual stropping surface with balsa is actually 280 millimeters in length. So that's a good decent amount of stropping surface. They're 40 millimeters wide at the base and 35 millimeters wide at the tip. So that's a decent amount of stropping surface. Now the balsa wood is 3 millimeters thick. The pine underneath is 3 millimeters thick as well. So a total of 6 millimeters in the actual stropping surface itself. That way there's no flex whatsoever, and it keeps those edges on your straight razors nice and sharp. We impregnate the balsa wood with 0.25 micron diamond lapping paste. We can go up to 5 micron, that depends on exactly what you're looking for. Or we can have no diamond paste on there whatsoever if that's what you want as well. Now with a strop like this, if you do accidentally drop it and you cause any chips in the balsa wood itself, or you've been using it for 2 years and all of a sudden it just doesn't seem to strop anymore because it's gummed up with metal, what you can actually do is sand it back. That's why we make it out of 3 millimeter balsa wood and not 1 millimeter. It just gives you the option to sand it back and start from scratch. Of course you would have to reapply some diamond lapping paste, but that's cheap nowadays. We also have a second balsa wood strop in the range, and I call it the travel strop. You can see it's a lot shorter. It's 300 millimeters in length, and the actual stropping surface is about 22 centimeters or 220 millimeters in length. The wood itself is 2 millimeters thick. The balsa wood is still 3 millimeters. It's exactly the same thickness. However, just a smaller package. And this is good for travel or people that go camping, things like that want to strop whilst they're out and about, but don't want to carry the full-size strop. Well, I hope you're having a great day, guys. Would love to hear from you shortly. Let me know if you're interested in a strop. I can make you one, I can make you 5. Some of my customers want several, and post them out to you. Not a problem at all.